Can we remember our Singaporean roots by looking at these roots?
Yes, this is the one.
So let's find out more about roots at the
Little Red Jungle.
Yeah.
Wow, look, down here so many plants and animals.
Hey, hello. So, it's Singapore's birthday soon. And you know, Singapore is all about its people, right? Singaporeans. Especially the Singaporeans who has paved the way to get Singapore to where it is today, right? So, for today's very special episode, we are here at Ling Kwang Home for Senior Citizens. And I would like to introduce Yu Hao and Steven.
Yes, we are coming.
Hi. So we are the lead farmers for Farm of Hope, and this is a project we are very proud of.
Yep. Because we are here, we are to produce some fruits and veggie in the Singapore and the small location last time as a glass pair. So we like to invite everybody to join us to do this.
Awesome. So, you know, can you give us a tour of the farm?
Okay, let's do that.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
So actually, what made you want to set up a edible farm here at a nursing home?
Well, during the pandemic, we wanted to do something, and there was a piece of land here, and the management was agreeable for us to do something about it. And it was a blank canvas for our imaginations and creativity, and we knew how horticulture could really benefit residents and staff, and in general, everybody. Being closer to nature, just like you are, Sean, makes us happier.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so which part of the farm are we at right now?
Oh, Sean, we are at the Edible Roots Corner, which I also have an informal name for Famine Corner, because we grow lots of edible starchy roots, okay,
Yes,
that may not be
as
known,
yam.
such as yam.
Okay, Ian, in China, when the 我讲华语啦，
可以
when the
可以可以
比较贫穷的period，我们是不只吃这个芋头，我们连这个芋头的叶子也是拿来吃。
哦，叶子也可以吃啊。
啊，因为在贫穷的时候，这叶子其实煮起来呢，其实是很甜的、很香的。
哦
其实它是一个 edible whole body can eat one
哦，
啊
所以你们应该是怎样去吃？是炒来吃还是？
啊，就是把它的呢这个 skin peel out peel the skin then fight with anything can。
这个是什么叶子来？
这个叫木薯。
木薯。OK。
曾经在我们每个人贫穷的时候，我小时候也是很贫穷的。但是在贫穷的时候，为什么我们喜欢种木薯呢？因为它收成很快，而且它它的枝只要有2节，插在泥土，一个叶呢就可以长这么大了。
啊。
假如3个叶呢，它可以长成呢我们现在人能够在菜市场看到的那么大。
对。
所以呢，这个是当我们饥饿的时候呢，我们最好的填饱肚子的机会。
Yes, and during the Japanese occupation, the Padang, which was a very significant empty piece of land, was used by the Japanese governors at that time as a farm plot. And can you imagine now, you're going to watch the National Day Parade very soon. Imagine that it was filled with tapioca, yam, and sweet potatoes. And tapioca was a crop of choice because it grew fast, as what Yu Hao said, and lots of carbohydrates.
And definitely, I mean, during the wartime, I think, getting food and resources is a struggle, right? So I think it is a staple for a lot of people during that time, right?
Yes. Now, rice imports were stopped because of the war. So, for carbohydrates, there was a huge, they actually made noodles out of this, which they call rubber band noodles. And for this was a way to survive using sweet potatoes, yam, tapioca. Also, there was a lack of green vegetables, and these tropical leaves became a way for people to have their vegetables, and this was very popularly cooked in coconut milk.
Yeah, and cook in the garlic also can. 新鲜的叶子全部可以炒来吃。
好。
而且它的果呢，以前是吃咸的， 现在我们去吃甜饼都是吃甜
对
的。
甜的。
啊
Yeah, so actually that is a very a modern day use of tapioca, right? Because back in the day, that was the staple for many of our older generations or the people who have came before us. But tapioca still has a very big use today because if you like boba tea or I mean local I call it bubble tea lah. If you like bubble tea, that's what you get the bubbles from, right? Tapioca.
Yes, it's very chewy. So imagine the bubble tea pearls as noodles. So you're chewing the noodles.
I'm working about two and a half years. Previously, I was from National Park Board and I joined Kotipur Hospital. But after a couple of years, I think I want to give back more to the society and to have more personal touch with the elderly people. That's why I joined Ling Kwang Home. Yep. Over the year, as I work or walk with them, with the elderly, that we have some panther brought up in the ward to let them feel and touch and smell. Even some of them able to help us to water the plant. That is a form of exercise for them, so they feel they have achieved something.
不只是美化环境，让他们去接触、去嗅、去闻，然后看了这个花，让他们知道这个花有什么作用，这个艾草有什么功效作用。那个花就是有些花是可以吃的，对人体有什么功效作用哈。所以当他们看到这个花的时候，他们也很开心，让他们亲自参与去浇花，看到这个植物的成长过程，让他们有一个参与感，觉得很温馨，又可能以前的勾起他们之前的回忆，觉得哎呀，这时可能在家里我种过花，或者小时候他有种过这些草接触过这个艾草可以煎蛋吃啦。可以驱风很多功效。
So I gotta say, as a millennial, I think now in the present day, I think a lot of us take food for granted, right? And back in the day, if you really think about back in the past, where got such thing as supermarket, right? People actually really plant all of these vegetables and fruits and stuff for sustenance, right? And today we just treat it as like, oh, let's just throw food and stuff like that. So, we did mention, right, this year's theme for National Day is Onward as One. So, Stephen, what are your thoughts on how do you think Singapore can, move forward in terms of food security, especially what happened with COVID recently, right?
Yes. When it comes to Onward as One, I love this slogan. It tells us that we need to be more resilient as a nation, as one, to move forward and face the challenges of the future. And so here's the thing. One of the ways we can, as urban farmers or vegetable farmers, is to get our younger generation to understand how food is grown and appreciate that it is not something you grab from a supermarket. And by the way, a lot of our supermarket foods travel a long way, so they have a huge carbon footprint. Like from Cameron Highlands, from Australia, and even tomatoes and all that from the US. So it's like, this is okay. So why can't we start growing vegetables in our backyard? Because this is something that it will make us more resilient. So we all know that stars are part of our national flag, and
Yes.
you all know the star stands for.
Wow, you're testing my history. Youth. Is it not youth? No, it's in our national anthem.
Singapore, more than
Wait,
one religion.
let me do read the civil service what the race, language, religion. What? I can't remember.
It stands for justice, equality, progress, peace, and democracy.
But also for generation,
yes,
why?
Okay, so it's our national. So here we have a star. Okay, it's called the Egyptian star, and you can see it looks like a star. Now, this is also edible.
Edible, like that.
Let's do it. Let's eat it now. Let's eat it all now.
Eat this. It's a sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah. Just eat this with the stem is sour.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
我们这个花在新加坡每个人都经常看到，对吗？它叫胡姬花，很多人觉得它不能吃，其实它很好吃。
For us, right?
其实它是很好吃的， 很多人不知道它好吃。
对啊
对，你看 Steven 把它吃掉了。
Okay.
Oh, can I try it then?
Yes.
Sure, let's do it.
It tastes pretty neutral, but
Oh, yeah.
it makes for a very good addition. So sometimes you'll see in Chinese restaurants, right, they put orchid flowers.
Why that?
And they're not worried about
it.
it. They're not worried about it because if the customers start to eat it, it is not poisonous.
Yeah.
No.
来吃吧。Yeah. Flowers.
Edible
Hey.
flower.
We have seen in a previous episode Sean sharing about the clitoral here.
Oh, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Ruby flower now. This is also it's super popular and very much edible.
So this one also can eat.
This one also can eat one.
来 let's eat. Can I plug? 我可以 plug 啊。
Okay.
Oh, let's eat. Yeah. I mean, my mom's side is Peranakan, and you know, we mentioned before, right, in the episode, the blue pea flower is used in a lot of kueh kuehs, right? Especially
Yeah, all
like
the
Peranakan
kueh,
kueh
all
kueh
the
and Malay kueh
rice.
kueh. Yeah, and rice and stuff. We use blue pea flowers for a very natural food coloring.
In now young generation drink the drinks for Taiwan. They make the purple drinks,
Colour
blue
changing
drinks.
drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
funny.
the
Yeah, like you saw in Sean's
flower?
episode, right? He put lemon juice of it into it. and
You
it
put
become-
lemon juice, we can't turn
Yeah, it's a chemical reaction.
big red.
Yeah, eat it, just eat it off like that. Yeah. Hey, so that was really fun. You know, I've been putting lots of flowers into my mouth. No, but once again, thank you, Stephen and Yu Hao, for bringing me around this farm and to give me all this information, all these insights about not just about food security, but our history and all things like that. And if you would like to know how to contribute or to volunteer, or to just know more about the farm in itself, I've actually got some links down in the description below. And this is really perfect for Little Red Jungle, right? Because in Little Red Jungle, we're really talking about how we as humans can live alongside nature, and nature includes plants and even plants that we grew ourselves, right? Especially from from the good old days, right? From the times that again, we are using these plants for sustenance, right? So we have been living beside these plants for a very long time, and it's part of our Singaporean identity. However, every good thing must come to an end. So again, thank you, Stephen and Yu Hao. But before we leave, we'd like to give a big shout out to our patrons. Mr. Chu, Sportsman, Juno, No, England, HR Queen, Limperts, Muffin, Nana, Selma, Jelly, Jet, Pingu Master, Jablock, Tango, Armadillo, Neko Sama, Uncle Sam, Amelia, Uncle Kyong, Fauzi, Relenor, Crooked Spider, Low Eli, Big Three Circles, Amy, Stacy, Lul, Quack, Mama and Momo, youtube.com/additionalmat, and Pixel. Thank you once again for supporting this channel directly, and if you would like to do the same, also more links to my Patreon down in the description below. Do also follow me on my other social media platforms and subscribe to watch more videos of our local ecology. Thanks again for watching, and remember, keep your eyes peeled because there's a jungle out there that we have been using for so many years for food. Bye bye.